It is Tuesday, August 30th. I'm Russ Schuler, Assistant Athletic Director, and I'm here with the head football coach of the Plano Wildcats, Jadon McCullough. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach Schuler.
Last Friday, week in 0 week, we go up against Lakeview Centennial. Big win, 56-0. What are your thoughts overall on the game?
Well, we were, first of all, we were able to play everyone. I said that after the game. Anytime you have the opportunity as a coach, where every kid on your team gets to play, that's a positive thing, and it's a positive thing for our program that every kid got to play. Offensively, I felt like we did pretty well for the first week. Had some big plays by our quarterback, LJ Asama, Kevin Merrill, the freshman Mitch Hansen, and I hate to name names because you end up forgetting somebody, but I felt like the offensive line did an outstanding job. And then, of course, defensively, Coach Fisher's debut as defensive coordinator. We had a goal line stand right before the end of the half.
You bet.
Had a lot of turnovers. Cole Eckerberger had a 53-yard interception for a touchdown, and that's just to mention just a few of them. But we did well offensively, did pretty well defensively. They got their first down at the end of the second quarter. And then special teams weren't so special sometimes. We missed 2 extra points. However, we did make a 42-yard field goal. We had a punt return for a touchdown by LJ Asama. Had a real good punt return by Tyler Grant. And we had some good punts by Cole Eckerberger. So it was kind of iffy sometimes, but at the same time, we saw some good things. We did see some things that we're going to have to replace people. But overall, we felt like it was a good, for 0 week, we thought it was pretty well executed in all 3 phases.
I really felt you came ready to play. The kids were ready to play, and especially like on an interception, instead of just the shock of, hey, we intercepted it, they were already looking to block and move downfield,
Right.
and that looked obvious.
Well, that's something that we've really stressed. We're always talking in practice, if you accept it, expect it. So if you accept mediocrity, you accept people going half speed, you accept people, not doing what they're supposed to do, that's what you're going to get in the game. And we're really fortunate that we have great coaches that we really preach running to the football, creating turnovers, blocking, and scoring. So that's something that we've really emphasized, and I really appreciate you saying that, because that's something that, as a coach, you're looking for results. And that's one of the things that we've really talked about in spring football. We've preached it all summer, and then, of course, now it's showing in the games, and I hope it'll carry over this week to Irvin MacArthur.
It was really hot Friday night, and as I watched the game, it really did not look like that heat was really a problem for you guys.
Well, the heat was there. There's no doubt about it, but we've done a really good job, and our kids have done a great job about making sure they're getting proper rest, making sure that they're eating breakfast, making sure they're eating lunch, hydrating. We talked about it all the time, and our kids do a good job of that. So the good news is we've got the best trainers in the state. We've got a great support system with our trainers. We've got 15 trainers that go to the games with us. So water, and I mean cold water, is at their disposal at all times. So it was hot, but I felt like our kids handled it well under the circumstances and really tried not to use heat as an excuse not to perform.
You bet. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights.
Okay, here we go. Rakeem Crawford's at running back. Richard Legault at quarterback. Good snap by Eric Kim. And we do a little counter trade to our slot back, Kevin Merrill. Great blocking there on the edge by Andrew Dockrell. Francis Matouk, number 66, and you can see that excellent execution there. And then Kevin Merrill, number 19, pretty explosive young man, was able to score right there, although it was called back for holding. And that's something we've got to improve on next week. Here we are on defense. We read the key pass. Good job of containing by our outside end. Good job here by Cole Eckerberger. I'd mentioned it earlier in our interview. Yes. That's number 32, Cole Eckerberger. That's a 53-yard interception return for a touchdown. This is our middle linebacker here, Bobby Geibler, doing a real good job taking on the ISO, causing havoc. You know, we're always talking about we want to play on their side of the line of scrimmage. Bootleg, not very good there by Dwayne. Dwayne needs to make that tackle. Excellent job there by Xavier Harbert, number 12, to come from the other side and make the effort play. Once again, a good job here by Kevin Merrill right up the middle. Good job there, too, by Andrew Dockrell on the lead block. Here we go, a double tight set. Handed off to Rakeem Crawford. Real good cut there. Good job holding on, protecting. Real proud of the fact that we didn't have any turnovers. That we're always preaching about protecting the ball. Richard Legault does a real good job there, creating time. Hits L.J. Osama across the middle for a touchdown. Really couldn't tell who that was, but it looked like a host of Plano Wildcats swarming to the football there. Little swing out there. Good job by, looks like Brandon Lowers. Once again, here's a pick by Tyler Grant, one of our cornerbacks, number 4, and he returns it to the 1-yard line. That's Jake Danucci, number 5, on the timely interception there at the end of the game. Once again, I couldn't be more proud of these guys. We had a good start to the season. However, we got a long ways to go.
Got a short week this week. Next opponent, Irving MacArthur, on Thursday night. Let's talk about Irving MacArthur.
Irving MacArthur, by the way, the game's at 7, not 7:30, because it's a Thursday night, and we'll start at 30 minutes early. So make sure you get there in time and get there early and stay late. Irving MacArthur is a very good football team. We've played them the last 3 years. In 2009, we went up there to this same place, and it wasn't very good results. And I'm, of course, preaching that to the kids. We got to be focused. We got to be ready to go. They're a team that's very talented. They've got a huge offensive and defensive line, and they've got skilled players to go along with it. Their quarterback loves to run the football, loves to run the option, loves to run the zone read, and they've got excellent receivers on the perimeter. And so we've got to play sound, fundamental defense, read our keys, and, of course, we've got to be sure tacklers. Offensively, we've got to move the chains. We've got to have some explosive plays. And we've got to be able to run the football. And if we do those things, we have a chance to be successful.
Anything you do different when you play on Thursday?
Well, it's one less day of practice. So we really don't do anything different except we cut out one of our 8-period days. And, Tuesday's Wednesday. So today's a 6-period practice. Won't be a lot of contact. We'll be polishing things up. We've tried to keep the game plan as we try not to add just a whole lot because we're on a short week. But at the same time, we like it because it changes things up and it allows us. What we do is we try to bring out the positive that the kids can watch the film on Friday. They can go do something on Friday night and be a normal, human being, and we can go scout Allen. So
you bet. Had a couple mornings of rain, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that the heat has maybe dropped off or we're in for this big change. Rain scheduled for this weekend. When does the JV play this week?
The JV will play Wednesday at 5:30 at Clark Stadium, and hopefully after that game they'll be 2-0.
You bet. Well, come on out Thursday night. Again, the game is at 7 o'clock over at Irving ISD Stadium. Wildcats really came out last Friday over at Garland, and really big support when you have the band and all those folks there. So again, Wildcats, come on out this Thursday, 7 o'clock, Irving MacArthur over at the Irving ISD Stadiums.